Before we get into this, I have to say thank you to the devs for providing me with a game key to review this game. As always, it's not going to influence my review of the game at all. I'm going to look at it objectively at what I like and what I don't like. Anyway, enjoy. Now recently I've been playing a lot of Farming Simulator, and by playing I mean downloading mods and then instantly fucking about with them for about 20 minutes while my friends do all of the work. I'm really high up. Now this Farming Simulator involves lots of machinery and high-tech stuff, but what if I told you there was a game that takes away all of that and takes you back to basically the dark ages of farming where you have to do it all yourself, and it's in VR? Well, there is one, and it's called Across the Valley, and I played it while I was very, very ill, so there won't be that much gameplay shown with my voiceover, like usual, but when there is, it's going to sound like I'm probably dying, with a lot of sniffing and a lot of coughing, and I apologise for that. However, this game was pretty perfect for me because I just had to sit down and manage a little farm. It was very relaxing. It was nothing like Pavlov or Call the Mountain, where I had to climb a huge structure or I had to shoot someone in the face, so it was something I could do while I was sitting down and very ill. So let's jump straight into it and talk about how the game looks graphically, and graphically it's pretty clean, it's stylized, it looks hand-drawn, and they advertise that everywhere in the trailers and on their socials. It's very hand-drawn. The game has a nice little charming effect with these visuals. I really like them. On first glance, I'd say it's pretty similar to Garden of the Sea, and I thought it would be kind of similar with going around different areas and doing different tasks like that game does, but it's not quite. You don't collect things. It's very much a point-to-point farming game, but I'll talk more about that in gameplay. Graphically wise though, it's nothing really impressive, but it does have a very unique style, and I appreciate that. I did have a couple of issues where the sky was a little bright, the HDR messed up. Oh, that is fucking horrible, Jesus Christ. The HDR in the game is broken, oh dear. But apart from that, pretty seamless. I'm loving it. Gameplay wise, there's only one method of locomotion, and that is teleporting. Although it isn't teleporting to wherever you want, it's teleporting from station to station. You can go from, say, your barn and places in your barn, to your fields, to each individual plot of land, to your selling station, and to your menu. And that is basically how it works. You have to point where you want to go, and then you go there. Now, currently in the build of the game that I have at least, there is no turning. There was snap turning, but they've turned it off because it caused some issues with the physics of the hands. I did manage to play the game at first with snap turning, and I did run into a few issues with that, but that's pretty much been resolved. There's been a few instances of me teleporting somewhere, and because of the position of my hand, it's stuck in an object. But it's pretty easy to get it out, and I haven't really run into this that often, so it's not really an issue, but it's something to be aware of, that sometimes you might be a little bit frustrated with your hands getting stuck in objects, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was when snap turning was a thing. But now you are just going to have to look around you to access different parts of the station that you're at. Say if you're farming, you're going to have to actually turn and go and grab the tool to your left, because you can't use your stick to turn anymore, at least at the moment. Now the gameplay experience is basically you just planting crops, taking care of animals, and managing your farm monetarily by selling and buying items and seeds. Let's talk about the actual planting crops first. You'll get your seed, you go over to your field, you'll grab your seed and throw it on there after digging out all of the rubbish from it. And then over time, that'll need water, that'll need de-weeding, and these mechanics are very, very cool. You grab your hoe and you bring it across weeds to get rid of them, and you grab your watering can and you water your fields to stop the plants from dying.
So I need the hoe. Okay. Cool. Get out of here, weeds. Oh shit, oh no, we're fine, we're fine.
And after a while, your crops will be ready. You can grab your basket and put them right in there.
So then, cool. That is cool. I'm a real farmer. Nice.
I'm a very big fan of this gameplay loop, and you can use all of the stuff that you grow and sell it and complete orders from a supposed town nearby where people are buying from you and sell them at higher prices, and then you can upgrade your house through that, and then you can upgrade your house through the money you get, or you can buy different seed types that sell for more, or even buy new animals. There's a load of stuff you can do with your money, and it's a pretty well thought out system, and I do like it a lot. Now for animals, you have chickens, cows and sheep, at least so far for me. At the start of the game, you'll have everything, because the game throws you into a completed farm at the start to kind of show what your character wants to work towards. I was a bit confused because it seemed to have no tutorial at the beginning, but it does. You just have to go to sleep and get through this starting bit where you're on a fully finished farm.
Okay. Ah, okay, so now we tutorial, okay.
But this essentially acts as your tutorial after this, where it takes you through all of the mechanics, and I think it does it well. Once you get your animals, you have to essentially take care of them, give them water and food, pet them, make sure they're happy. I'm assuming otherwise they'll die or not give you much produce. Chickens will give you eggs, and sheep will give you wool that you actually have to snip off yourself, and I find that's a really, really cool mechanic. I enjoyed doing that, and there are haptics in the triggers for when you snip the sheep's wool off, and it really feels like you're doing it because of those.
I gotta go to my sheep now, Amish. I gotta go check on my sheep and shear them, I think.
You just say.
It's rotating! Fuck! This is worse than FNAF! Is this how they do it in real life? Hey, Ezra, when you shear sheep, do they rotate on a pedestal?
No.
This game is surprisingly really good with haptics. When you go to bed, you press the grip button on your bed with your hand, and your character starts to blink. It's a little jarring at first, but your headset haptics match up, so when the character's eyes close, your headset rumbles a little bit. And it kind of threw me off, but it's a really cool little mechanic, and this game is littered with loads of them. The music is also pretty relaxing to listen to, going about your farm and doing your tasks while listening to it, especially when it turns to night, and you can just look up and hear the soundtrack and just relax. That's what this game is. It's a relaxing game. It's not quite as cute as Garden of the Sea because the character designs there are just perfect, but here you got your standard sheep, chicken, cows, all your standard farm animals, and they all look great, and it's a satisfying loop of getting more and more. I can't wait to play more of this now that I'm feeling slightly better than I was. Anyway, this has been my thoughts on Across the Valley from playing it for a little while now. It's nothing groundbreaking, the movement itself is a bit of an annoyance for me, but overall it's a very relaxing and fun experience. And I mean, I'm not a farmer, I don't know how accurate this is, but actually getting to do the crops and tending to them, and when they're done, you pick them. Cool gameplay loop. A lot of cool ideas are implemented into this game, and they're implemented well. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy. If you have played this game, let me know what you think of it down below, or let me know what you think of it from the footage. It feels a lot better in the headset, obviously, than on the flat screen footage, but let me know if you're interested in buying it and whether or not you think you will after watching this. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.